Alright chaps, we got our fuel system hooked up. I'm going to check the oil, make sure it's full before I even try and crank it. See if we can find the dipstick, which is where's the dipstick? Does it have a dipstick? Should have a dipstick. Must be on the other side. These Triumphs are a lot different from MGs. Here's dipstick right here. Let's see. I need to put some oil in it. Yeah, it's full. It's full of oil. I can use an oil change. Alright, well I'm going to hook our fuel system up, make sure the carburetor don't go bubbling over. Hopefully this fuel pump still works. Sounds mighty fast. That's because I got it going backwards. So I need to flip it around. Oops. Got the flow going backwards. I was wondering why it sounds so fast. That's easier said than done. Pumping 90 nothing. Alright, so now we just gotta flip the fuel line around. Put this. Of course that hose is going to be too doggone big. So now I'm going to have to get a piece of fuel line that's going to fit it. Can't win for losing. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we gotta be good. I guess that's gonna have to just hang out right there. Now that we moved everything, we put a zip tie on here so it won't go flying off once the pressure builds up. All right. Let's see what we got now. Pump still sounds kind of Speedy Gonzales. I don't know if it's pumping or not. See what it even hit off. I don't think that fuel pump's working. Without getting any fuel. And this thing is small. That fuel pump is not working for some reason. I guess it then took a flying dump. Let's unhook the line here and see if we got any fuel coming out. Worked a couple months ago. Thought it would work today. Alright, let's see. Oh, now it wants to work. Now that we unhooked it. I don't know if we went in the gas all the way or... I think we were in the gas tank all the way. Let's see now. That sounds better. I think we're in there now. Alright, here we go. Try number 2. Still don't think we're getting fuel. Pumping a little bit too fast. Pump's good when you don't have it hooked up. Let's try it again. Definitely in the fuel, so the LC could be stuck. I think they don't see this stuff on it. Try it one more time. I don't know if it's the fuel pump not keeping up or the needle and seat is actually stuck. See if the slide is stuck. Nope, slide is working. It's definitely fuel delivery issue. Yeah, because our fuel pump's working good, so I'm thinking the needle and seat is stuck. Probably gonna have to take the carburetor off and go through it. Because I think the needle is stuck inside. try it again. Oh, she's getting close. I think we should just let it idle. But it's running though. The little engine it could. We'll just let it idle for a minute. Sounds quiet though. Not smoking or anything. Sounds good though. Hopefully it'll burn all that old gas out of there. See where it sinks in the throttle. There you go. Oh man, it just works like a kid. Works like a kid. I still gotta put some coolant in it. Oh, it died. It purrs like a kitten, folks. Let's get some coolant, because I know it's low on antifreeze. I'll hook our fuel pump right quick. It purrs like a kitten. Definitely needs some antifreeze in it. Hopefully it don't have a leak. I kind of rushed to give it some gas, but I wanted to hear it. Should crank back up though. Top off the coolant. Little coolant. Hopefully it don't have some kind of leak somewhere, but we'll figure that out. So we know it's got coolant in it now. It's full. Let's see will it crank back up. Oh, let's hook our electric fuel pump back up. Oh, my shit. It runs good. I don't see any of the gauges working. Maybe there's a blow fuse. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fun. Man, that gas stinks. Oh, she died. And it stinks in here. Oh my God, it stinks. Ventilation. Get the gas fuel hose thing out of the gas can. You can get it to stay locked down in there. Dial it up a little bit. Woo, it's funky. Well, folks, it runs. So now we just got to get our gas tank replaced, because I know it's pretty bad. I looked down through the gas cap, and according to the gas that came out of the fuel line and what was leaking out of the carburetor, it's funky. So we'll get us a fuel system. Maybe we can just rig up some kind of fuel system and run it over in the front seat. But the clutch and the brakes are not working, so it's going to need new master cylinders. But overall, sounds good. I don't know if the temperature gauge is working. It's not moving in there, so I don't want to run it too terrible long. Temp gauge is not even moving, and so is the, well, we know the gas hand ain't gonna move. But it's running pretty good though. So there you have it. Our Bandit 79 TR7 purrs like a kitten. Not to mention very cheap TR7. I mean, not TR7. What I'm thinking about? The Spitfire. I bet you're like, no, not TR7. Spitfire. I'm so used to saying TR7. Anyway, there you go. Anyway, purring like a kitten. Hoses are not that hot. Trying to burn all that gas out of there. Starting to idle up a little bit now. But I think I better idle it down some. Find my screwdriver. He's waking up now. There we go. There we go. So y'all just stay tuned. There'll be more to come on this thing. Once I get the clutch and brake working, we'll get it out, take a test run. So just keep watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And we'll get with you guys later. So leave a comment section below. It's like Christmas already. So today we got the Spitfire back in, and we got the new gas tank from Victoria British, and we got the new sending unit. So we got to get started on putting the gas tank in, and we'll get some fuel in it and try and get this thing to run off its own gas tank. So the old gas tank is over here funky and rotten, so I gotta remove, I don't know what that thing is. It's some kind of filter or something. I don't know what it is, but I gotta remove it from there, and that hose, well, the two hoses, and we're going to blow the fuel line out. Make sure we get all that old crappy bad gas out of there before we even attempt to run fresh fuel through it, so it won't get up in the carburetor and the fuel pump. So I'm gonna get the sending unit in, and we'll get the tank back in there and run down and get some gas and see can we get this thing to run on its own power. Alright, we finally got the gas tank installed. I just got to pour some gas in this puppy. Blew out the fuel lines, the return side, and your flowing side going to the carburetor. We'll put a new fuel filter on it and pour the gas in it, and we'll see, will it crank and run on its own power without having to hook up a gas can under the hood or with an electric fuel pump. So hopefully the original fuel pump works. So we will soon find out. Okay, so we got gas in it. I'm gonna spray some little go-go juice at the carb. Hopefully it will fire up and keep running. Spray some more in it. Hopefully the fuel pump works. I have a choke. She is not cranking. I don't think we're getting any fuel up there to the carburetor. The original battery charged up. Let's see. Make sure everything is still plugged up over here. No, I didn't plug the whatever that is back up. Should have cranked up though. I would have thought. Try it again. I don't think the fuel pump's working. I don't think the fuel pump's working. take the fuel line off the carb. Battery's starting to run down. See what we got it. And we got no fuel. So I don't think the fuel pump's working like it's supposed to. So probably gonna have to end up replacing the fuel pump because I don't think it's working. It's not pumping the fuel over there to the carburetor. Either that or the diaphragm inside of it is froze up. So probably gonna have to replace it. I might take it apart, see if I can clean it, but I bet you it's full of that gunky stuff. It just ain't gonna pump. So we will try and get that problem fixed and get back to it. Running off his own power. Well, it's on the fuel system. So what's going on, guys? Finally got the gas tank in it. And so it's been a roller coaster with the brake hoses. They were on back order for a couple of days, about a week. And I finally got the rear brake hoses and the front brake hoses. Because they were completely stopped up after I put the master cylinders and stuff on. Tried to bleed the calipers, didn't get any fluid out, and took one of the brake lines and tried to blow through it, and it's completely stopped up. So what I did was just take the brake lines loose from the calipers and took them loose from the metal lines coming from the master cylinder, and I got fluid, so brake line stopped up. So we finally got the gas tank in, and I had problems with it. The new gas tank don't have this fitting, and under this fitting here there's a long tube that goes all the way down through the tank to the bottom, and that's what sucks the gas up through and out to your rubber line. So I couldn't get this fitting out because it is just rusted solid. I mean, I tried putting a pipe wrench on it, couldn't get it to budge. So I had to take some piece of transmission line, and inside of here there's a smaller hole, and I had to flare it where the tube wouldn't fall through. And I took some fittings and made some fittings work. I'll show you exactly what I did. Now, I could have went online and ordered that tube from Victoria British, but they said they had like a week leave time on stuff. I mean, everything in the shipping world is just haywire. So there's our new sending unit. And you can see the fittings. I wanted to put it on camera, but I was so frustrated. You can see the fitting I made. It's just had some brass fittings. And up under there, like I say, in the tank, there's a tube that runs all the way down to the gas. This don't have a reserve. That's some kind of filter or something. Canister. But I just kind of put some fittings together I had around the house. Now, by that being flared, I had to come up with a fitting. I don't know if I have one to show you. I had to come up with a fitting that had a nipple on it. Let's see here. I wish I would have got it on camera, but I was just so pissed off because I didn't order it. I didn't know that the tube didn't come with it. I don't think I got one, guys. Looking through all my stuff here. Well, here's one. This is exactly what I got in there. So by the line being flared, I had to use this nipple screw-in fitting, and I got like a coupler, and then I got the regular nipple fitting, something like this. So there's a coupler in between those two, and the line I used is around here somewhere. Got a piece of it laying around here. Well, here it is. So I cut a piece off of this old transmission line that Mr. P, you can check him out, Mr. P, the bus tech, Mr. P on YouTube, and he's doing an LS swap. So he had these transmission lines that he wasn't going to use. I think he put a transmission cooler on and didn't need all of it. So I actually flared this end out, and on a straight section, and it went all the way through the tank, like I say, down through the bottom, and it's at the kind of the lowest part of the tank, so it will suck the gas up, and then we got our fittings on there. So if you guys are doing one of these type Triumphs, Spitfire, this tank, when you buy it brand new, it don't have this fitting, and it don't have the pipe that runs all the way down through the tank. I'll find it and I'll send you a picture or show you a picture of it. You can order that pipe actually, but I just cut it the length I needed it and put the fittings in. So now it runs off its gas tank, and the gas hand works. I got it full of junk. It's just been sitting. Ugh. It's so small to get in here. So the gas hand works like it's supposed to. Fans on. You see it slowly starting to move. Starting to move up there. So I think I got almost a half a tank in it right now. So we know the sending unit works, and I actually got the headlights to work. You have to kind of push on the headlight switch kind of slow. And I got it. Whew, hard to get out of here holding the camera. It really just needs a new headlight switch, but I was able to play with the switch a little bit. Probably gonna spray some of that contact cleaner in it, and hopefully that'll clean it up a little bit. But if you just turn it on real slow, the headlights come on. And I accidentally broke the shift knob because I didn't know on these you have to pull up on it and go over towards the passenger side for reverse. And I googled it, and I kept pulling up on the knob and pulling up on the knob, and it just finally came off. But she fires right up. Real quiet. Tail lights are working. So now we're gonna put the new brake lines on, which I got the rear ones on today from Rock Auto, and they shipped them within 2 days, where I ordered them off of Amazon. And after a week, they sent me an email saying that they're out of stock. So I was like, what the world am I gonna do now? And everywhere else I called, they were out of stock. And I got the ones off of Rock Auto for like 12 bucks a piece, where everybody else was actually $35 a piece. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and jack this thing up, and we're gonna get the tires off. We're gonna go ahead and try and get the brakes bled up on it, and we might be able to take it for a midnight cruise. So I'm gonna get this thing up in the air. We'll get the brake lines off, and we'll go from there. All right, so bleeding out the brakes now that we got all the new brake lines installed on there, and look like we're doing a urine sample, don't we? So I'm just sucking all that old brake fluid out through the lines. Like I said, we got all the new brake lines on all the way around. So I'm gonna drain this little cup here so we can go over to the other side and finish bleeding those two out. So this stuff is contaminated, and that's probably what messed those lines up. Anyway, so all 4 brake lines were completely clogged. So let's go on here to the other side. See, can we get this one bled out? So far, bleeding out fairly quickly. Pump up. I can see it coming around there. Starting to get some brown, rusty stuff coming through the lines. Starting to fill up. It's that old brake fluid, it stinks too. It's been in there so long. The lines are getting jammed up. One thing about these plastic lines on these small mighty backs, they get kinked. But we got a good flow of fluid coming out, a lot of air. Starting to fill up more and more. I want to get all that old fluid out of the wheel cylinder. Hopefully the wheel cylinder is still good. It's not going to leak. Starting to get some clear fluid coming out of there. It's coming out of there pretty good. Probably see it. So we got a lot of air bubbles. You want to try and get it as solid as you can. But I don't want to empty the whole master cylinder off in the little cup. So it's pretty much got some good clear fluid. The air bubbles are starting to slow down a bit. Probably going to be good enough. But we filled the little cup up, a little urine sample. The car's taking a drug test. So now we're getting a solid, almost solid line of fluid there. You can see the air bubbles are starting to slow down, getting solid. So I'm gonna say that's gonna be pretty good there on that one. We'll see how the brake pedal feels. We're gonna move along to the front. After we get this tight. Don't want to let any air in. I did notice on the other side for the parking brake, this little linkage here is missing off the parking brake cable. So I'm gonna have to round up one of these from somewhere. It's only pulling the parking brake on this side. So I was wondering why the parking brake handle was kind of real loose. So let's scoop up all our stuff and move along to the front. And I get this side bled out, and we'll see if we got some kind of brake. Hopefully we got something. And then maybe we can take a neighborhood cruise tonight. Alright, we're cruising. We got brakes. Trying to hold the camera and drive a stick shift. We'll be running pretty good. Brakes are a little stiff, but she does stop. Oh, didn't see that pothole. These little cars ain't the smoothest riding little things. Speedometer works. That's good. That's a plus. See how she stops. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh. Little delayed start. Stop, I mean. Can we make this turn here? I don't want to get too far. Just test driving. Clutch seems to be good, not slipping. Watch out for these potholes, they're so deep, swallow the whole car. Ooh, you got the high beams on. Can you see me? Not that small. Alright. Kind of bouncy. It's got coilover shocks on the rear. Makes it kind of bouncy a little bit. I don't see it on the dash. Now I know some monsoon potholes on this street. Once I can't see, I'm holding the camera for you guys. This is probably gonna be the last trip around the block. Oh no, she's running good. Just gotta figure out why the temperature gauge works sometimes. Sometimes it don't. I don't know if it's in the key switch. Gears feel real good. It go right in gear easy. Like I say, this was a one-time show car and just set up. Got neglected. But at least it runs on its own fuel system. Actually, the battery that's in it charged up. It was a new battery. Just ran down from sitting. So, trying to hold this camera and hold the steering wheel, not a smart idea. Alright, we made it. So the only issue I got is the parking brake. I gotta get that piece because it's only pulling the brake on one side. And the temperature gauge, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. If I wiggle the key, I wonder what it does. But other than that, everything else is working. Here the turn signals. I see them blinking up there. So they don't have any indicators inside for some reason. Don't know why. Oh yeah, and the heat controls don't work. It's like it's frozen or something. I tried to force it over there. The hot and cold works. But the on and off, I guess the cables froze. Have to figure that out. Looks like the temperature hand is trying to move a little bit. Maybe it's just slow on warming up. I don't know. The horn, I think one of the wires is broke on it. Wipers work? No wipers. I think the temperature hand is moving a little bit. I see it barely creeping up there. So maybe there's nothing wrong with it, just slow about warming up. Well, here's the horn over here. This is actually the washer. Washer wiper. So anyway, start to move. She runs pretty good. Let me get out. Get out. So there it is, folks. The cheap $500 Triumph Spitfire. Back on the road again. The brakes. New gas tank. So she is a winner. Nice and quiet, no ticks coming from the engine. Exhaust sounds good. Too bad it's winter time here. I would let the top down and cruise. But we'll probably let the top down anyway. Haven't decided what I'm gonna do with it yet. I'm thinking about selling it. I got too much stuff as it is. Got the 73 Mustang that I'm doing the 4-speed swap on, and got other MG stuff. So I don't know right offhand. So any of you guys out there might be interested in it that's close to the Tennessee area, hit me up on my email. That's rpmauto4@yahoo.com, I believe. I don't know where my phone is. I think it is. I haven't been on there in a while checking it. It's rpmauto780@yahoo.com. So any of you guys out there might be interested in it, shoot me an email, and maybe we can negotiate on the price. But it'll clean up nice. Just needs a few little scratches fixed on it, and a nice little wax job, and make a good summertime car. So, all right, well, that's gonna be it for the Triumph Spitfire, and we'll holler at y'all later. Smash that like button, smash that notification button, and subscribe if you haven't, and share it. All right. Nice and sunny Thanksgiving Day. Taking a stroll. She rides like a British car. Oh yeah. Get up and go. I do have a problem with a fuse in the fuse box. The connection is corroded, and everything will cut in and out every once in a while. So I'm gonna have to address that. But other than that, it runs pretty good. I have to make some new connections in the fuse box, because right now my speedometer, gas hand, and temperature hand is not working. So everything else is doing pretty good. So that's gonna be it. I'm going home to eat some turkey. Just wanted to show you guys I'm driving it through the daytime. Finally get to see what I'm doing. All right, y'all have a safe, happy Thanksgiving.